Good afternoon, everyone. Maria says hello. So, as you can see, she has a TWA, which we call a teeny weeny afro. So, she has taken the braids out of her hair and she wants to get her hair cut off, right? Um, and typically, I let her make her decisions with her hair, but we go in stages. So, she'll cut it off. She'll want to grow it back. Then we'll get braids or twists or something. And then she wants those out. And then she wants to cut it off again. So I told her instead of cutting it off, we'll get Miss Nancy to braid it down. Miss Nancy is her favorite caregiver. And Maria told me that she cried this morning when Miss Nancy left. Did you cry this morning when Miss Nancy left? Yeah, don't be shy. You got to talk. This is me and you, not just me. So Maria did get a cross, and I have it in the car. She doesn't typically wear it. She does like jewelry in the moment, but as far as wearing something every day, she typically does not. Is it sensory for you, Maria? It gets on your nerves after a while? Yeah, Maria's being shy because she was talking up a storm before I hit play on the phone. Remember I told you the camera's right there, right? All right, so we came on here today to talk about last week. We went to the emergency room last Tuesday. So Maria typically gets her feeding tubes changed. How often, Miss Maria? Every 3 to 4 months? Yes? Can you come back on camera with mommy? Okay. But last March, she got a tube, right? And she kept it. She had it for over a year. Just over a year. And she was supposed to get it switched out back in January. But then we had that first snowstorm, and when we rescheduled the appointment, it was rescheduled for May. And we tried to make it to May with that tube, but it was just too nasty. So last Tuesday we went to the ER. We went to the local ER, and then they told us that they had to transfer us to a different hospital. So after a lot of waiting, Maria was transferred to a hospital an hour away from here, right? And she stayed overnight, and Auntie Eris stayed with her. And I came the next morning, and Maria got her tube switched out, and then we got her back here. So as time goes on and our medical system becomes more and more impacted, it becomes harder and harder to get those maintenance services that we used to get very quickly. Maria used to have the type of tube that her nurse switched out right on the spot. And then we went to the tube that had to be placed by radiology. And now we're back with the regular tube that the group home staff can switch out. So yeah, we've had quite the adventure, and Maria's happy to get the new tube, but then we always have some type of issue with these tubes. The new one is already leaking. So we got to keep an eye on that because we can't afford to lose too much nutrition or the medication that Maria gets through the tube, right? Is there anything else you wanted to talk about, Miss Maria? We've had a couple of walks outside lately because the weather is starting to get a little better. It is raining today. These scars on Maria's neck are from her 31-day stay in the ICU. She had IVs in so many different places. They got to the point where they used her neck. It was quite the experience. You're saying yes, but you're not on camera. Is there anything else you want to say? You finished talking for the day? Yeah? You want to say bye-bye? Maria says bye. Have a good evening, everyone.